Welcome to the channel. How are you guys doing? Excited to have you here. Please do smash that subscribe button and hit the like because it does take me time to make these videos. Of course, today I'm going to be bringing you some more wonderful footage. WARNO. It's going to be a 2v2 NATO versus Russia on the Vertigo map, which is a 4-player map. As always, guys, we start off by showing what we bring to the table, bringing a few helicopters. There's a recon right there. On the right-hand side here, we're bringing a AH-64 Apache, which is a wonderful helicopter, and some beautiful Bradleys. I love these vehicles. They're great for recon, amazing tank destroyers, and if you use them properly, they're just all around a wonderful vehicle. Bringing some infantry, some tanks. So all around, they're pretty balanced with some artillery as well. If we hop over to my side, if you guys watch any of my videos before, I always play heavy with the helicopters. Right off the bat, you guys see a OH-58C coming in. Two of them, actually. Actually, this one's a little bit nicer. Comes with the AGM-114 Hellfire missiles, which are incredible. And, of course, we have another Apache coming in here. I'm coming in with my own Bradleys. Love using them, like I told you guys. And here comes my these are the M151 artillery. I love using these guys as well. They're just really great mobile units that can put really good suppressive fire on the enemy, especially infantry, and it can do quite a bit of damage to like lighter armored vehicles. So as you guys can see, I'm bringing in quite a few helicopters here. We're getting a nice shot there. Beautiful. Coming in here over the tree line here. So in the start of this match, our goal was to essentially capture this area and here, so that way we can kind of create a front line that kind of goes along here. Of course, if they were to hop units over here on the right flank, it would be pretty easy to spot, especially if I put some recons over here, which I do later down the road here. And of course, I'm going to put some units here to be able to have a better line of sight. Of course, let's hop over here and take a quick look at what the enemy's bringing right off. You know, they're bringing some recon. These are BRM-1s, Russian vehicles here. And what else are they bringing? Some infantry, a command CV unit right there, another recon. Of course, they always like to spam their tanks. These are the T-80s, which are actually really nice tanks. So, you gotta love seeing the Russian anti-air. It just looks like something someone would make in their backyard, just strapped to a tank, I guess. Is this artillery? Yeah, it is actually. But yeah, there you go. So they're coming in with that. On the right-hand side here, they're coming in again, 2 recons, 2 tanks, some their versions of the BMP 1PG, which is basically like their Bradleys. They have a command tank right here. I think it's a T-62. Yep. It's coming in slowly here. Interesting choice there with the snow camo. Not really sure what that's gonna do. So yeah, so you guys have a layout of what's going on right now. Who's deploying what? So the Russians are pushing their infantry right here up the road. Let's see if they're actually smart about it and drop the troops off before. And it doesn't look like that's what they're going to be doing. And of course, immediately we're going to annihilate them. I feel really bad for them, but this is not uncommon for Russian strategy. You can already see a bunch of dead Ruskies on the road. Something they're used to seeing. Here their T-80 is firing at our helicopters. But I don't see that going well either. I'm already calling in artillery. This spot is definitely becoming hot. As you guys can see, is just the recons are shooting, my helicopters are firing. Here's my first Bradley pulling up there, and I'm already trying to set up supply lines. You guys can see my artillery firing. Already got a supply truck here on the left-hand side. We got infantry encamped here, which have a beautiful point of view here, or field of view, and any suspecting infantry charges. And of course our Bradleys are already just eating up this unit right here. And I can't imagine them surviving that. And they didn't. As you guys can see, it's hell on earth here. The Russians have been getting hammered right now. I did bring up those helicopter unit suppression or infantry suppression helicopters, which they do really well at that, obviously. And their recon's getting hammered here. Their BMP 1PG just fired at our unit, but their missile went haywire, so that didn't do them any good. But definitely gave away their position, so I wouldn't be surprised if we take this one out pretty soon here. So pretty much their whole advance got halted here, which is good for us. If we look on the left-hand side here, Russians just lost a recon helicopter here, and they're pushing a T-80 across the field here. Not sure how safe it is right now. I don't think it's any danger of being shot at. Of course, our allies are also using artillery. And they're actually helping us suppress the enemy here, because the enemy actually charged us here first. I mean, they really try to push here, capture this area really quickly, and of course we stopped them dead in their tracks and made sure that they didn't have any real foothold in our territory. There goes that their version of the Bradley, which we took out. We're gonna watch this infantry just get annihilated here. Some commander, you know, probably pointed a gun at their head and said, "Charge the enemy." That's the plan, and it didn't work out, not at all. I feel pretty bad for these guys. They're not gonna make it far. Look at what they're equipped with here. Some RPGs. And of course, that's our Bradleys firing there. And that unit has ceased to exist. Not too much happening here. Of course, the Russians have a much better foothold here. Coming up to this point over here, which I can't even see the name of. Alpha. Yep. So far, Russia's managed to capture 2 command zones. And they're trying to get a foothold in Alpha. So far, they've not managed to do anything in Echo. And we also control 2 command points or command zones, whatever you want to call it, command territory. We have Foxtrot, we have Hotel. We're working on Echo, and we're working on Alpha. If we can capture these 2 zones right here, we will be in a much better position than the Russians right now. There's some heavy engagements going on here. Can't imagine this tank surviving. Oof. You guys can hear the ammunition exploding there. But they do have an Apache here, so, you know, if the Russians did push their tanks in too ambitiously, they would lose them. Here you have a artillery fight going on. I'm sorry, not a firefight going on here, but looks like the NATO forces are outnumbered and getting cut down pretty quickly by the Russians. And here we have another engagement going on here. Of course, the Russians trying to get some sneak shots, but didn't work out for them. They just don't learn their lesson. Here comes this infantry vehicle. Oh my God, look at that line of fire. Wow. Just missiles flying everywhere. And this vehicle did not make it. I'm not sure what the enemy's trying to do here. So finally we captured Echo here. So we have Hotel, Foxtrot, Echo. Now we're working on Alpha. If we capture Alpha, we'll be a +4. Actually a +5, because this is a 3. So, you know, this is pretty significant for us to be able to hold the area like this. Another Russian helicopter is going to go down. Foolishly moving their helicopters into line of fire of vehicles that can clearly take them down. They're not doing too hot with on the tactical side of things. You can see that there's one T-80 is suppressing this infantry unit, which is sadly going to get cut down pretty quick. On the left side here, our ally is, you know, he's got some contingency plans, but for the most part, it's not looking too good. Again, the Russians are trying to do some things here. Here's one of our Apaches just fired at this T-80 right here. Beautiful. it turned its back to us, so we were able to destroy it really quickly. That's one little tip I can give you guys from playing these games is don't ever show your back to the enemy, because that's a quick way to get destroyed. Or your side, that too. The weakest parts of the armor are the sides and the back, so if you ever show yourself like that, oof, another infantry transportation vehicle just got destroyed there. They have another one sitting here, and of course they have this one recon unit here, but they can't see too much. Actually, they can't see any of our units right now. You guys can see our artillery coming in here. We're going to start pretty much hammering these positions, trying to make the enemy back away from this little area here. Honestly, I decided to just let this become a, in a sense, a trap for the Russians, because I know they'll keep continuing to come through here because this is the best way to come through. They could use this tree line, but honestly, they should have probably come out probably from here and gone over here and try to flank us here, but that didn't happen. At least not until late game, and by then it was just too late. You can see the artillery coming in. I think this is the 100 millimeter artillery coming in. And these transportation vehicles are just sitting out here like sitting ducks. Granted, this artillery isn't the most accurate, but you know, if you have good recon, you can definitely do it. Yeah, so these are the 107 millimeter M30s. They're not too bad. And you guys can see I'm actually starting to spread out my artillery. This is the M109A2s, which are amazing, by the way. Definitely use these. If you can use these correctly, you can really put a lot of hurt on the enemy and really suppress any kind of infantry pushes. I mean, they'll get obliterated. And the M109s actually can put, you know, quite a bit of damage on, you know, armored vehicles as well, especially anti-air units. I mean, that's really why I have them. My deck is really based off of a lot of helicopters, some infantry, a lot of recon, a lot of artillery. And of course, supply lines are huge in this game. If you don't have good supply methods, one thing I noticed that the Russians, kind of a lot of their, you know, starter decks actually lack good logistical units. A lot of them are massive helicopters that are pretty easy targets for the enemy, especially if they have good recon. Here we are. Nice. Just took out a Russian helicopter there. Here we have another dropping some bombs there. Oh, that's gonna be beautiful. Right on top of the infantry. Nice. Probably didn't get as many kills as we wanted it to, but nonetheless, at least it drew out their anti-air. Gives us an idea where they're at. I'm sure I'll be calling in artillery onto this position. This is actually a Strela. These are fairly cheap units. If you can keep them alive long enough, you'll definitely be able to upgrade them throughout the game, throughout the match. So if you guys can see clearly, there's a front line being established. I've secured, honestly, a very stable front line here. Let's see how long this Tomcat survives. I'm sorry, Phantom. I'm actually very surprised nothing is shooting it down right now. So let's see what the enemy's doing right now. So right now they are stuck over here, continuing to do the same stupid thing over and over again. You know, this time they're trying to go over here, I'm assuming. Maybe capture a building here or something, give themselves a foothold. You know, not a bad idea, but you know, you've got to be concealed if you're going to do that. But look at, I got these helicopters right here, and I just can't imagine them sneaking up on me like that. Wouldn't see it working. Again, this recon vehicle here is it's in a safe position, but it's not in any position to really give any kind of intel either, because They can't see anything. So if we switch to the enemy here, this is all they can really see. They can see a couple of helicopters, and a lot of artillery coming in. But for the most part, they can't see too much. Here we're calling in artillery onto this little barn house here because we know they're holding up inside here. So, and you guys can see just the incredible amount of artillery flying around right on top of the units. Really trying to find the units where they're at. I think at this point we kind of had a rough idea of where they were, so we started to call them in. There was a direct hit right there on an infantry unit. Again, one issue I have with this game is how nerfed the artillery is in this game. Is a little bit disappointing. But here we're making this BMP 1PG retreat, actually, because of all the artillery fire. But the whole point is to just hold these units at bay. Not that they really threaten us anyway, but if I can chew down on them slowly. There you go. That recon vehicle just got hit with artillery. And another massive strike there. We're going to have a bomb strike right here. Beautiful. Another cluster strike, and we just took out their version of the Bradley. This BMP-1's retreating. This infantry unit's also retreating. They're bringing up another infantry unit up here into the wood line, but again, there's really no point. Here we have a infantry unit that's going to rush us. Get it? Because they're Russian. Yeah, so... Sorry, that was bad. Anyway, so here they're running with no cover, nothing. Just bravely charging the enemy like it's World War I or something. But I think we all know that's not going to work out. In today's war, you just can't do that. Oh my God! Do you guys see the amount of suppressive fire coming in right now? This is called fire superiority. This is why their infantry can't do shit. They're not going to do anything to us. And actually, it looks like our ally here is having quite a bit of success too. What's he pushing right here? He's got a tank up here and an infantry support vehicle right here with a couple of infantry units. And here we're having another bomb strike coming in. Wow. That's just a beautiful sight. I don't know how they made it through that. They didn't make it out either. Here we have anti-air engaging our fighter jets. Let's see if that guy escapes. And he does. Looks like they're engaging another fighter jet. Nope, actually, I'm not sure. I mean, look at this look at this. This is just beautiful. Seeing the artillery coming in from my units here, just putting on absolute hell on the enemy, and burning probably that whole forest. I mean, look at this forest, guys. I mean, it's been so devastated. I wouldn't be surprised if it would be on fire. It would be so cool if this game actually allowed forest fires, like from artillery. I mean, because that's a thing, right? If there's a big heavy forested area, if I call it a napalm or something like that, I would expect a forest fire to start out here. Here we have a Russian fighter jet here that's gonna crash because I have a lot of anti-air. So that's the thing about this strategy, guys, that really works, is that I have a lot of anti-air, as well as, helicopters and whatnot. Here, the enemy actually was managed to sneak this anti-tank unit in here, but a little too late because we're about to win the game, and there's not much they've been able to do. Overall, we've completely stopped the enemy from coming through here. Now they're trying to rush us through this wood line, like I told you guys before, is most likely their next course of action. It's not working out. I mean, look at this massive amounts of artillery we can call in, as well as we have fire superiority. Here we actually have this unit I thought was about to engage. Hopefully they don't snipe my anti-air unit. And unfortunately, guys, that's the game. As you guys can see, I only had 690 losses versus them losing about, a lot more. So, if we scroll through this, this is all that I lost, and two of the things that I lost were fighter jets, and I lost 2 recons. So 4 units in total is I would say that's a pretty successful strategy or tactics, whatever you want to call it. And it's a total victory for us. It only lasted about 19 minutes. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming out and watching my videos. I do appreciate it. As always, please do subscribe and smash that like button because I do take time to make these videos. And if you enjoy this kind of content, I will be back to with more.